Well, here we are, September of 2022, and in this video we're going to cover the market report for what's been going on in the Lakewood Ranch area so far this year, and I think you'll be quite amazed at how the market is continuing to shift. So if that's of interest, stick around. I have all the details coming right up.
Don't buy real estate if you experience allergic reactions to happiness, satisfaction, pride, fulfillment, contentment. Stop buying real estate if you don't like community, a sea of belonging, a diversified portfolio. Buying real estate may cause you to shop at hardware stores, furniture stores, and design centers. See your realtor immediately if you experience any of these symptoms.
Hello, it's Mark Boehmig, Michael Saunders and Company, and in this channel, Living in Lakewood Ranch, we cover all the areas around Lakewood Ranch from Sarasota up to Bradenton and from Anna Maria Island down to Siesta Key. So if you do get value out of these videos, just click that little subscribe button, ding that little bell every time we put on a new video. You'll be notified. So today I broke this down into 7 things that is showing how the market is changing here in the Lakewood Ranch area, and I have an idea that is pretty similar throughout all of Manatee and Sarasota counties. So let's start with this. The first thing is in sales for August of 2022 for the zip codes 34202 and 34211 were 175. Now that's down from August of 2021 that had 200 sales during that same time period, and in July of this past year we had 168. So we've gone from 168 to 175, which is pretty stable for the number of homes being sold. Now, what about current inventory? How many homes do we have on the market and how has that changed? Well, right now, as of the end of August, at the very end of August, beginning of September, we had 564 homes on the market in those 2 zip codes. Now, that's up from August, which had 170 in August of 2021. So we went from 170 a year ago to 564. That's a 555% increase. So you can see that more homes are coming on the market. In July of 2022, we had 568. So we're staying a little bit more stable as far as the number of homes that are actually coming on and staying on the market. What about pending sales? Well, the pending sales have dropped just slightly. We had 168 in August, and in July we had 177. So pending sales has remained relatively stable. So probably the number one question that I get, are home prices going to be falling? Well, so far we're not seeing that effect. In average price is up 0.6% from last month. So our average sale price through August was $334 a square foot. In July, it was $332 a square foot, but that's up from $273 a square foot in August of 2021. And our highest so far this year has been $340 a square foot in June. So we are very close to our top average price per square foot here at the month ending August of 2022. So what about the list price to sell price ratio? Well, when someone puts their house on the market at a certain price, they might have a price reduction and then maybe another price reduction. At that last price reduction, once it goes under contract, that is the current list price to the sale price. And last month it was at 94%. Now we saw a high of 100% and 99% for several months running. And so now we've dropped down to 94%, and that's probably because we have so much more inventory for the buyers to choose from. And what about days on market? Well, the days on market is up to 23 days on market. They were 13 in July, and it was 9 days on market in August of 2021. So you can see, because we have more inventory, homes are staying on the market a little bit longer. Now the next thing we want to cover is how much inventory do we actually have? So if nobody else put their house on the market, how long would it take us to deplete the current inventory? And right now that would be 3.4 months. So we have a 3.4 month supply, and as I've said in previous videos, it's usually 5 to 6 months for a balanced market. It's down slightly from July, which was a 3.6 month supply of inventory. So we've had just a slight drop in the actual months of inventory. And then finally, what about absorption rate? Well, absorption rate kind of follows the number of homes that are on the market and how fast they go into contract. Our absorption rate was 29.4% for last month, and that measures the amount of inventory that is being sold each month, which would correlate with our other figures saying that we only had 3.6 months supply of inventory. Well, I hope you got value out of this video, and if you did, just click that little subscribe button. Now, I'll put a copy of this actual report in the link down below. If you'd like to see what the numbers are for yourself, you'll have access to that. Mark Boehmig, Michael Saunders and Company.